Feeling good. You look better than you do.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Prayer Clinic TV show. It is an exciting time. It is an exciting season, and we're in the joy of the spirit of this year and the love of God. If you're able to tune in today, you just know that you are embracing the love of God for you for all that we've been through on this week. Here today at the Prayer Clinic TV show, we're talking about just life in general, trailblazing ministry, and also remaining healthy during this time of pandemic and this holiday season. And so we have with us here no other than what I would say the bishop, the trailblazer, the epitome of what women can do in the ministry, no other than Dr. Inetta Jenkins, Fulton. She is right here with us on today. Hey, yes, welcome for being here with us on today. Thank you so much for taking the invitation and coming in to share with us all of your great wisdom that you have and experienced over the years with ministry. And I have always been excited to know how can you just, God has really graced you with the anointing of gathering people and trailblazing and starting them and pushing them and just pushing them to that next level in ministry. And so actually, before we get started and start letting her share a story, I'll tell you this. I was first introduced with TV by Dr. Cooper, which introduced me to the TV show in Atlanta. What was it? No, it wasn't the show. And if you, they asked us, it was with, lady with the big pink hair. TVN. Yes. Went to TVN with the church at invite and had an opportunity to go back and then view from the pew with which is actually one of your broadcasts. And so I was introduced TV through that, and I truly believe that when you're introduced to something and someone has opened that door, it kind of puts that seed in you that you can pick it up and it becomes a harvest. So I believe that that's how I got started, and what gave me that drive when I was introduced again through you to Preach the Word Network and with the conference call. So now we got the show, we're up and going. We're almost halfway through the first season. And so it's a great pleasure to have you here with us today. So much. I am so ecstatic about what you had done since that time, because that was many years ago. And through Women in Power, it's very interesting that you should say that, because through Women in Power, I'm an introvert, so that means that I don't warm up to people quickly. Mm-hmm. But through ministry, it has become wherein I found an outlet in order to get myself with other people and to push other people. Wow. Because that was what pushed me in. I've been in church all my life. I'm that woman in church. Wow. And so, playing music and always out front and always very out front, talking, speaking. That's where I got my start. With most of us in the South got my start is in the church. So through Women in Power, through that ministry, it has helped me to be able to warm up to people quickly to help push them in their destiny. Yes. Because see, now we've gotten to the point where we've gotten complacent. Yes. Got complacent. We think everything is okay. And through this, we got kind of a wake-up call. Yes. Let us know that, okay, it's not as okay as you think it is. To be so you still have to put into the work. Yes. Because a lot of us have, or a lot of times, there have been people that have looked at television ministry
and think that it's so easy. Oh, I can do that and that I can do that. But it's not that easy. You have to have someone there telling, encouraging, pushing you, and you have to put in the work. So that's where women in power comes in, is that you let power know that you can do anything. That's true. You have the power within you to manifest and do anything. Whatever gifts God has put in you need to portray those gifts. You should not take them with you.
That's right. Here on earth. And that's the footprint in the earth that gets me so excited and going. But one of the things that I would share too, is like when you're doing or you know that the opportunity for TV has come there and you may have had that gift, make sure you're lined up with the right people. Learn from the beginning. I was told this a while ago, and I'll still say it again, as I have, learned over the last couple of months, is this. It's easier to fall and pick yourself back up when you fall at the bottom. Right. Meaning that recognize those what's going to be a problem. Don't ignore them. Identify what needs to be corrected while you're at the bottom. And so when you get higher up the mountain and you fall from the top, that's a hard fall. You might not recuperate. And so exactly. So we can't afford to ignore when we're trying to discover and birth our gifts. That's right. That we have to recognize what is there and identify those things from the bottom, because it's not easy, but it can be done.
Yeah, exactly. Because seeds take root in the darkness. But there are a lot of seeds that die in the darkness. Oh my God. So then you have to have someone to water and fertilize, encourage, encourage you to grow, just like you plant that seed. Then you have faith mustard seed.
Wow.
That mustard seed still needs to be nourished.
It does. And I think faith would nourish it. Yeah. And I believe that too, your support system and the watering. And one thing I learned, and I really thank you on the show today, really, is because if I don't know something, I'm not too prideful to ask. Listen, I will tell anybody, if you want to be successful at whatever you do, click with people who are smarter than you. Exactly. Sometimes we want to shun those people. We want to be, intimidated, or we want to be jealous of those people. You can't. Those people are in your life for a reason. They are across your path for a reason. And I thank God that I can say, hey, Dr. Cooper, can you call me? I got a question. Something doesn't quite sound right. And two, I respect and value your advice, what you give me. I do, and I take it, and I run, and I make that decision. Hey, something got to change. If somebody already been through this and know that doesn't sound right, I don't have to sit there and wait until my leg or arm get chopped off to know it's real. I'm going to dive right into that thing, and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to take an expert's advice, and I'm going to put things in perspective, and I'm going to make the necessary changes so that I can be successful. Because a lot of people allow the seed to die when trouble comes.
Exactly. In the body of Christ, it's like, I don't want anybody to know what I'm doing. You don't want to express to somebody else that you really think they're going to take it away from you, or take your vision or that kind of thing. They cannot take your vision. Your vision is your vision. I don't care what may. There have been many people that have joined Women in Power, took the manual, and tried to start up their own little Women in Power Junior. And it didn't work.
It will not work.
It will not work. No. Only what God gives you is going to work for you.
That's powerful for somebody to hear right there, because you cannot nurture a baby the way God allows you to nurture it. If that child is taken from the mom, there's a yearning in there. You can tell that. And you, sooner or later, you begin to ask yourself when you become adult, who am I?
Exactly.
So you can't nurture it the same. And that's the same thing with your ministry, baby, your gift that God gives you. You got to make sure that you're keeping it, giving it what it needs in order for it to grow.
That's right. Because people seem to think that if you're in business, that's it. Let's be finished. It is not satisfying. Your business is your ministry is your business.
And you know, I with that, and I'm so glad you said that, because prior to me getting into ministry, very successful. I don't care what I put my hand to, money would come. Never was a lack. God always allowed me to have been prosperous. But when I got into ministry, I struggled because it was, it was like, okay, God, you're going to provide, but God was still giving you the tools to provide. So I went through this. When I say a major, people call it a depression. When you go to you're financially bankrupt, I'm like, why am I living like this? Because I'm now in ministry. Where is my lucrative? Where is this? Where is that? But I too had to learn that when you're always planting seed in what I call the world system, you're going to get seeds out of the world system. The kingdom is you have to plant seeds in the kingdom system, and when you don't come to the time of the harvest, you might be about near broke and broke down until you realize, okay, that was the process, and I can no longer, and I stopped separating business from ministry. And I decided to make my whole self ministry. And whatever I did, it's like, Jesus taught the 70s to go out 2 by 2. Don't take a purse, because you're worthy of your height. You're worthy of what you eat from where you at.
Exactly.
And he taught, that was his way of teaching. You're going to be supported, but don't take your own with you.
Right.
Receive.
You have to, and we think that we're supposed to give, and never receive. But that's just not true.
It's not true.
You cannot. It takes money.
It takes money. It takes money.
Money for gas.
Yes.
It takes money for your car.
Yes.
It takes money for clothes. Your drive
seminars.
Yes.
Money.
Money takes money.
Printing out paper. Buying the paper. Paying for somebody else to print marketing materials and getting the information out to you. Internet services cost money. Whatever you're going to do, if you're on a Zoom wants their monthly fee. So all of those things does cost money. To think that we should not receive seed is really a mindset of poverty, that the Lord did not give us that. There shall not be any lack.
We're not lack to lack. It was like you were saying, and I like that you brought that out, but if you were in business, in corporate America, that the money came. And that's because you recognize, like that, okay, I'm in corporate America, there's supposed to be money.
Yes.
But then we got to the point where we think that because it's ministry, that it's not supposed to be any type of compensation. It's supposed to be give, and no receiving.
Exactly.
And that's not true.
That's not true.
It should be that anything that we want to do in ministry, the money will already be there. But it's just us. It's our mindset.
It's our mindset.
It's our mindset, because we're not manifesting. We're not believing. We don't have faith. And sometimes we don't ask. Because it said, ask and you shall receive.
And you shall receive. And that was my problem. I had a problem asking because I was always the giver. I was always the go-to person. I was always the look-up person in that stance. And I didn't have anybody to teach me that, when it came down to ministry and you continue to give, but then there's no receiving on the end, you deplete yourself. And then when you deplete yourself, you become burdened. And because you become burdened, not because God told you, but because you didn't put in the necessary principles.
Right.
And so, and that's who, and if you want your ministry to be successful, you got to place yourself around believers who's believing that they can give into you, that you can keep producing, you can keep doing kingdom business. And a lot of that I didn't have.
Right. Because if you're in ministry and you're broke, you don't ever have money to do anything, then you need to check some stuff.
Exactly.
Because either you don't have your ministry lined up because because you're in ministry. Now there are a lot of bootleg ministries out there.
That's right.
You're not gonna get any money. Go get it.
Amen.
You're not. If you don't line your ministry up, where filing necessary paperwork, Secretary of State,
yes,
to
file the law. That's what you want. Yes.
Line up your bookkeeping.
Yes.
Do all the do your bank account. Be accountable for the money that you receive in your ministry. You are going to be broke.
Yes.
You're never going to have enough money to do what you need to do because you're not lined up. When you're supposed to. When it's give Caesar's what is Caesar's. Exactly. You're in this world, so you got a lot of good ministry in the world. So
you do.
You got to comply with the laws.
Yes.
And we have a lot of people that in Women in Power, we help people because sometimes they don't know what to do. They don't know how to, they don't know how to do their business.
And that's where I see the Trailblazing at, because people, have to have an opportunity or somebody to go to that can honestly share with them how they can move forward and get ahead. And so I learned a lot when I first did my 501c3, and my goodness, she's in Ohio. I'm thinking of her right now. Exactly. Awesome woman. And since that time, and that has been some years ago, over 13, 14 years ago, I still stand there. I still value what she does. And even when I have a question, when I'm doing my own business as a tax prep or something, and if I have to shoot her a question, I'll shoot it right to her. And so the thing is, the key to it is networking. And not being afraid to be amongst women and other people that has more wisdom or information and knowledge than you. Exactly, because they already been there. If you want to put the path there for me, I don't need to go and plow a new path. That's right. Let me walk the way you are. Because we have people in Women in Power that have they've got their CDs done, their music projects done, they've got their book published. Because whatever you need, whatever resources you need, if you bake cakes, if you bake cookies, if you cook biscuits, whatever the case may be, we have the resources available to help you do that. Because I believe that ministry is business and business is ministry. Amen. And you said something so profound that here in this holiday season, we're in a pandemic, people are having to do things differently than what we normally do. So we're finding ways to do things. And one of the key to remaining alive these days and being, valuing yourself health and your health is the fact that this pandemic has taught me to eat more healthy, to take my vitamins, to make sure it becomes a daily routine. And so one of the things I like about it is that your new, I don't think it's a new cookbook, but your cookbook has now hit Walmart. Yeah. And so share with us about your cookbook and the title and the great 3 ingredients that you don't need in the cookbook. The book is This Delicious Diet. 2018, so exactly 5 years old. And just last year, the week before I found out that it was just on Walmart. And that has been that's a blessing. Yes, yes. But no sugar, no salt, and no butter, which is the new Southern cooking. And all things are possible because I got married again, y'all. At the age of 64. I got married. I'm 65 now. At 64, I got married again. And so my husband, I try stuff out with him and, like we were saying, the vitamins and the food and all like that. He always teases me. He says, yeah, it tastes good. I just need the salt shaker. But there are so many other herbs and ingredients. We use celery a lot. The celery has its own natural salt. And one of the things that people will say is that well, my mother and my father lived to be 90 years old, and they always ate fat. They appreciate salt, fat, and that kind of thing. And that's fine. But what the purpose of this is that you will have the quality of life. Yes. Because I had open heart surgery a year ago. Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that helped me recuperate so quickly, 3 weeks after I had surgery, I was back at work. Wow. And the doctors were like, oh, wow, you know, I was walking around, I was talking, I was still strong, that kind of thing. And one of the things is that I ate right before I got sick.
That's right.
So therefore, when I did, and it's hereditary, the heart condition that I have is hereditary. Because I ate right, because I exercised, because I watched my intake of salt, and those kind of things, I was able to recuperate from that. It's a complex surgery, and it takes a lot out of you. And so I was able to recuperate quick. So I told people, I said, we're trying to give you the quality of life, because you don't want to be broke down, 70 years old, and hardly get around. And you can do that. I don't care if you walk 10 miles a day. If you're not eating correctly, it's not going to work. It won't work. You got to eat. It starts in the kitchen.
Yes.
It starts in the kitchen.
Yes.
And anything to excess that is not good for you, but especially salt. Yes, salt is, and I believe, and this is, I'm not a medical doctor, but I believe the younger you are, the less calories you need. But the older you are, you need more calories. Now, this is just you have to talk to your doctor first. Because, and the reason why I say that is because we lose body mass when we get older. So therefore, you need to put on some weight in order that if you do get sick, you have something to fight it off. Because when you get sick, you're going to lose weight. And the more weight you lose, the less chances of you recuperating. So I feel like when you're younger, less calories. But when you get older, when you start getting 60, 65, because we need, we do carbs, and we do, more calories. And we still don't gain weight because we're getting older. So therefore, we're still losing body mass anyway. But when you're younger, so you're getting, you're getting fat. And like I said, I'm a holistic chef. So holistically speaking, this is my belief. And a lot of people that I've done meal preps for a lot of seniors. Yes. And when I do their meals, I load them up with carbs, load them up with calories. And even though they're still under a doctor's care, it's fine because they're losing body mass anyway. And the calories help them fight off colds, fight off. Yes. So wow. That's just my holistic. Check with your doctor.
Yes. Yes.
Check with your doctor.
But I just believe that, God shared with us in His Word that the trees are made, where the leaves are made from medicines, and the fruit is for the body. And I do believe that in those green things, in the planting, in the natural, in the herbal, we find the nutrient finds, but we also find the healing in those nutrients.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, because we should, especially during this pandemic, I found that the more berries, like raspberry, blackberries, blueberry, load up on those berries, but not the fresh ones, the frozen ones, because you want, if they're frozen, then they get the germs or anything on. Yes. So, but you load up on those because it will make your blood up. Your blood count is healthy.
Yeah. One of the things that the Lord is, I went to the drugstore. He said, I'll make sure that throughout this year, there are enough vitamins throughout the year. And I believe he said that is because of the changing in the weather and to the pandemic. And so I've been like, even though, I'm a person, I like to take a lot of meds, I even get the gummies, the vitamins, the women's vitamins. I mean, I just got like 3 other big things there. I'm just putting them down every day. And sometimes, I feel like I'm feeling a little bit lethargic or something. I'll pop some at night or something. and take and try to consume more water to flush out the system, but making sure that I have those vitamins in there so that we can remain healthy, and not only that, to have energy. We put off our best work when we feel good. Exactly. So I believe in feeling up to par. I believe in looking to par. Then we're putting out our best. Exactly. Our best. Work for the Lord. What happens with the berries is that they serve as a broom for your system. It sucks out all that bad stuff. And so when your blood, it builds up your blood. Because I know you've heard doctors say, drinking red wine, helps to build up your blood. And that was one of the things that the doctors told me when I went in the hospital. They said that your blood count is amazingly high for your age. And it was one of the things that they said, well, what are you doing? And so I told them that I did a lot of red berries, a lot of raspberries, blackberries, cranberries, whatever berries I do in the smoothie, whatever it takes to be. And they said, well, that's an excellent idea. That fastest way to build up your blood. Because when you go to the hospital, whenever you're sick, they will give you medication. And it's according to how your body responds to the medication is they say will be work. And that's according to how your blood count. Because if your blood count is high, if everything is working correctly like it's supposed to, and then you're supposed to respond to the medication. And if you're not responding to your medication, guess what? The insurance companies say stop because it's not working. And they're trying something else, or if you're too weak, they're going to say, okay, all we can do, we can't do anything else, we just make you comfortable. So it's better. That's why I tell people, take care of yourself at home. Hi, I'm Dr. Kimberly Green, and I'm here to share with you about my brand new book, Something to Pray About. It's a journal, a prayer journal of 30 days to being liberated. The book brings so much excitement and liberation and intense prayer and tools that you would need in the scriptures that would definitely give you 30 days of liberation to a brand new you. And that's what it's all about. It's all about knowing who you are in Christ Jesus, who you belong to. It's all about knowing the things that you can conquer and overcome, and how you can just have the best life that God has intended for you. You can pre-order the book today at www.drkimberlygreen.com. Get the book. You will not be disappointed about the exciting things and experience that God will lead you through when you read the book, Something to Pray About, 30 Days to Be Liberated. Okay, everybody. Okay. All right. That was another episode of the Prayer Clinic TV show. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. It is definitely, listen, it's definitely, oh, wow. It's definitely a Sunday evening kind of day sitting at home, but being able to watch a little bit of information that we come to share with you. And today we had somebody, I know as Bishop, the visionary, the CEO of Women in Power, Dr. Inetta Jenkins Cooper. And she is a holistic chef, originally right here out of South Carolina, that does some awesome work. She does some great work. That's all I can tell you. And if any of you have not, that is tuning in and listening, have not reached out to become a friend or join the Women in Power page on Facebook, please do so. Boss Lady TV. Boss Lady TV Marketplace, View from the Pew, just reach out and send a request, because there's a lot of information that is shared on those pages, a lot of networking that can be done that can really help you with your ministry, your business. I got a lot of help from over the years, and I met some really great people through that network. So I thank God for the network. I thank God that she took the time out to be able to come and be on the TV show. And I actually had the opportunity through the young lady, Dr. Fulton herself. So we thank God. Yes, Dr. Fulton is an awesome person. Yes, yes, yes. And yesterday we had the opportunity to actually do some more recording for a TV show. So we got a brand new book club coming for the Prayer Clinic TV show for 2021. And you guys will be able to join our book club and read some of the great books. But I want to share with you, get her book. It's a book about, no butter, no salt. It's a cookbook. No butter, no salt, and no sugar. And no sugar. And it allows you to make so many great recipes that would put a lot of nutrients and energy in your body. It is absolutely amazing. So we thank God for her and her coming and sharing with us at the Prayer Clinic TV show. And if you heard or if you missed the part, she just let you know that 1 year ago, she had heart surgery. And 3 weeks later, she was able to return to work because of the way that she was eating and taking care of herself. And so that allowed her body to begin to heal more quicker and for her to get back to doing what God would have her to do. So I just thank you guys for tuning in and listening on today. Before we close out, I want to share with you that we got some great episodes coming up all this month on the Prayer Clinic TV show. We have with us next week, we have Gail Cretan. She's out of Florence, South Carolina. She's a native of New York City, and she wrote the book, He Was There All the Time. And so Gail shares an awesome story about being raised in an orphanage in New York City and being able to just grow. Listen, God raised her up and allowed her to be very successful. She is a licensed social worker. She's an author. She's a mom. She has trailblazed through the storms, and she have a dynamic testimony, and it will be aired on Preach the Word Worldwide Network next Sunday at 5:00 p.m. So I encourage you to download the app. I encourage you to go to the website. When I do it here, I just turn my camera around and show it from my TV. And so if you want a better viewing, go to the TV and get it on the app. I am no perfectionist here, but I give it an opportunity for those that do not have the app. The app is free. If you can't catch it on your local TV channel or on your cable network, you can download the app on your phone. Preach the Word Worldwide Network. You can join it through your Roku, your Fire Stick. If you have cable TV, you can download, just go into your search bar and search the app and download it, and you will have the TV show where you can watch it live off of your TV. If you have a smart TV, you can do the same thing there. And if that's all else fails, and if you don't have it on an iPad or a phone, you can go to your computer and put in www.Preach the Word Network. It will show up and you can watch. Yes, go direct to the website. Yes, and you can watch it directly from the website. Yes, indeed. So we thank God. There's so many ways. There's no reason why you cannot find the app. So we just bless God and all that He is doing right now. And with the TV show, we just praise God. And like I said, we got so many great things that are coming in this month. On the third and the fourth week, we're going to have Apostle Deidre Ingram that will be with us. Deidre Ingram, she's right now in the comments. Right now, she's going to be sharing her story. And listen, the dialogue is absolutely great. We had an opportunity to talk about church. We had an opportunity to talk about relationships. We had the opportunity to talk about her testimony and her healing and where God would have her to be right now. And so there's so much to share in her story, how God has just allowed her to maneuver through it all. It's truly a blessing. And so if you feel like you've been in ministry, you had some encounters, if you had some setbacks, guess what? You got the opportunity to hear throughout this month, in this season of miracles, in this season where God is doing wonders, that you can come and watch and hear the testimonies, that you don't have to stop, you don't have to quit, you don't have to give up, you don't have to abort your baby in this season, because God is giving you a lot of testimonies that can allow you to begin 2021 in a great year. So we just thank God for all of that. And to God be the glory. Thank you guys for tuning in with us on today. I pray that you would go and continue to have an awesome day. And I'm just going to put in the comments, Dr. Fulton's cookbook. You can get it off of Amazon, and you can also go to Walmart.com. It is now being sold in Walmart. So wherever there you can find yourself, get it offline for Walmart. It's like $15. It's worth every penny of it. Collard green salad, cornbread salad, so many great things, healthy things, good things that are in there. So please grab that cookbook. You're in the right time to get it before the holidays, that you can make some great dishes. You can get it before the new year to start you a health plan. Listen, she said something in the video that I know hold to be true. She said that it starts in the kitchen. And that is absolutely the truth. I've lost 15 pounds in the last 5 weeks because it started in the kitchen. And I had to let some of those good things go that I wanted. But 80%, 90% of it was in the kitchen. I turned it into drinking more water and set the table down to all the fattening things and begin to put those things into perspective. And I thank God that, hey, I'm 15 pounds lighter and trying to shed some more. So we thank God. We thank God. We thank God for the health. We got to take care of our bodies in this season. God is calling us back to focus on our inner circle, focus on our own holy tabernacle, that we got to learn and understand that we're precious to him. So we got to keep a clean and a healthy vessel that we can do the things of the Lord. So we thank God. Yes, Sister Dawn. Listen, honey. I could not be on TV, honey. I could not be doing what I was doing and look like I was just over everywhere. So I had to tone that thing down real quick. And so, but it started in the kitchen, and I thank God for that. So I'm looking to do the rest of the 15, 20 pounds. Yes, we are. Yes, Sister Denise, we are so precious to God, more than we can ever imagine. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Dawn, you got to trim down, because you're my go-to person. When I look at you in those little A-line dresses, that's my motivation, that I got to get back to my A-line dresses. Yes, ma'am. I definitely do. So I thank God for that. And all of you guys for tuning in, watching in. Listen, we're in a celebration, a season of joy. Let's celebrate each other. Let's celebrate God. I keep telling you that. I keep telling people that we celebrate everybody else. We celebrate the celebrities. We celebrate our favorite football team. We celebrate our spouses, our children. We celebrate everybody except for ourselves. Let's celebrate us. Let's get us back into the forefront. So when we take care of us, we can graciously take care of everybody else. But I want to share with you, take care of you. Yes, in this season of joy and celebration, let's celebrate each other. And to God be the glory. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. And we are growing. Yes, we are growing. So we bless God that you're growing with us. Listen, God loves you, and so do I. Enjoy the rest of your evening.